I was with KSI Press, and I'm here with Tafon Nchukwi, who's coming off a unanimous decision win against Mike Rodriguez. How are you?
Hey, yeah, doing good, man. Doing good. Can't complain. How about you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be talking to you. It's been about 2 weeks since your fight. How you feeling?
Oh yeah, I feel great, man. Super excited for the future and all that. So just looking forward to the next one.
Awesome. Did you sustain any injuries coming out of that fight?
Oh no, I left out of there, but I'm pretty okay. So I only went in there with the injuries and came out with the injuries that I already had. So uh,
Awesome.
I was
Awesome. That's always good to hear. I mean, how did you feel about your performance?
I felt like I had a great performance, man. Being in there and being able to actually be 100% myself, man, is super awesome. Uh, I can't really express how much how great I felt in there. I looked pretty good and I couldn't get the finish, but hey, it still felt great in there.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I mean, were you surprised that your opponent was able to eat your power shots? I mean, you hooked him a few times.
Bruh, when I tell you, man, I I don't even know. Like I saw it in his face. He was like ready to go, but like for some reason he did not want to go down. I was like, man, that dude is tough, man. He had a chin that was just I don't know, man. It was surrounded with titanium on that day. Everything I threw at him was not it's not taking him down. So he definitely props for him for that, man. He did not want to go down.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I think everybody watching that fight was like, how is he eating those shots? It was insane.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
if you could take one thing away from your performance, what would it be?
Um, punch harder. Punch harder or connect cleaner. That's what I could take. And yeah, I guess I think I could have also added a little bit more movement and while I was in there, but that's probably about all I could say.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Uh,
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to talk to you after you suffered your first professional loss, and I just kind of wanted to get your mindset. Like, how did that affect you? Because it's always fascinating to me how professional athletes take that. Sometimes it really lets. Sometimes it really affects your next performance. Sometimes it's like mentally. Like, how did losing your kind of make you feel?
I just took it as another lesson. I mean, I learned a lot from it. Just the whole process, even prior to the fight, just a lot of things which had to like I learned from, and then leading to the fight, getting that first loss, and then just continue just building. It just all that did to me was just help me evolve and basically just build on myself. And yeah, so I came back in there basically the same or even better. I mean, for what people have seen so far of me, I mean, they don't know my top form yet because there's not that much footage of me out there. But as the time progresses, people are gonna see more of it. So
I mean, and people have to realize you're still 20, so what, 26 years old, and you only went pro 2 years ago. Like, it's,
yeah, right. Well, about to be 27 this month. About to get up there, a little bit older in age, but yeah, still pretty new as a professional. Still learning every time I step in that ring. Uh, it's a lot to take from it. A lot.
yeah, I mean, you're learning in the biggest fight promotion on the planet with
Mm.
with some of the killers. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild.
Yes. Yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be able to like you said, learn while in there and the top tier of fighters. So my progress is definitely going to be excelled because I can't really slip too much in there. It's only so much they can take before they say you're out.
For sure. Sure. So your most recent fight was at light heavyweight. How was that weight cut? I'm guessing it was a lot smoother than cutting the middleweight.
Smooth, man. That thing was beautiful. Hey, man, like people don't understand. Like, man, this whole camp was freaking beautiful. Like the whole time, not having to worry about making weight and just focusing on actually training like I've been supposed to be doing. But it's like it, it's just everything. It was just a great day every day going into training. And it's like prior to like my last three fights prior to this one, man, it was just man, it's a whole thing. China. The only focus for me was making weight. I mean, I know it's kind of still also my can definitely take fault for most of the bad habits when it comes to the dieting and all that. But it's like having to lose all that weight right after you lose that weight. It's like for me, it's like a little mental thing where everything I see must be eaten, and I always blow up. And but this time, I mean, I did a pretty good job keeping my weight low and just focusing on training, focusing on the fight. And as we all saw the results.
Yeah, no, I mean it's still kind of it's still kind of wild that you cut to middleweight just because you're a big guy and you started your journey at heavyweight and then you slowly cut down. I guess what was the decision to go back to light heavyweight?
I mean, the decision came because I was already kind of thinking about it, like even prior to the last fight. It just gets like, man, that cut is not easy at all. Like, man, like people don't. I don't really speak on it because it's like it's my own thing. Because like even the last three fights prior to this one, starting with the contender, every time, well, contender was actually 205, but that was the first time I actually had to cut weight ever, and I did that one by myself on 3 months, just eating freaking watermelon and chicken breast. And then by the time I got in the ring, by the time I got into the ring, man, I mean, I like every single fight. I mean, I mentally, I feel like I'm recovered, but my physically, it's like my body is just not there. That's why, like, man, I was miserable my last three fights before this one. Contender, my debut, and the one I had prior, my first land. Like, just my body was not, just didn't respond. Like, my mind is okay. It's like, okay, I'm about to throw this jab. I know what I'm about to throw. I see something, but it's just like my body just like, yeah, hold up, big fella. You think you're gonna kill me throughout this whole time, and then I'm gonna give you what you want. And it was just a miserable little experience. So that was really the main thing where it was like, okay, I gotta slow it down, take my take this cut, but this way back to 185. I gotta take my time with it. I gotta make sure it's like I'm right with myself. And like when I'm talking about myself, I'm talking about like my discipline with like food and all that right now, which I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. Uh, Made that move back up to 205, having the great help of people like Lockhart, and also doing my own little research when it came to it also helped out. That's why my last two ones I was able to make 185 because of the Lockhart people. Those, they know what they're doing. They got me. They helped me make that weight. This watermelon chicken breast made that was not gonna make it for this one, for those last two. But now we're back in 205. I mean, this is not that hard of a way for me to make, especially doing everything right. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I just got to keep on doing the right things and then get my way to a place where it's like once I make 185, it's not gonna be. I'm gonna feel the same as I am making 205. Yeah.
So, um, so you're going to stay at 205 for the time being, but going back to middleweight is still an option. And is that where you want to fight? Maybe, I mean, long term, or is it kind of just up in the air right now?
I mean, still, I mean, 185. I would definitely like to fight there, long term. I mean, like, because of just my body and how, and I feel like I'll definitely still be competitive over there, just as I can be in 205. But uh, we're still thinking about it. So with 205 is just fine with me.
I was going to say, like, if there was a 195 class, would that be like your perfect weight class?
Oh shoot, that hell yeah, I take that. Why not? That would be great. But till it happens, I'll focus on the ones that are available to me.
So, what's next? When would you like to get back in the octagon? I know that you fought your last 2 years during the holiday season, right? Like you in 2019, it was in November, and then last year you fought in December. Are you trying to take the holidays off this year, or what's the plan?
The plan is I'm still trying to get at least one more by the end of this year. That's why right now I'm fight ready. I mean, usually by now after my fight, you look at these cheeks and these things will be blown up. Yeah, I'll be huge as hell, and I'm not even thinking about. Well, I'll be thinking about it, but it's not a possibility right now. I am like I'm ready. Just now, I just gotta look for opportunity to hopefully by November, December, any of those would be realistic for me right now. But right now, October, I don't know because I still got a lot of stuff to deal with, man. I just want to make sure that's in the background so I can just focus on training.
For
Yeah.
sure. Do you have any opponents in mind?
My question to that is always always gonna be whoever the UFC gives me. I mean, until I've gotten up there where I feel in the rankings where I'm like, I'm gonna just start calling out specific people. But right now, I don't really care. They can put whoever in front of me. I'm gonna get ready for them. I'm gonna go in there and do what I need to get done.
There is a name that I was going to throw out to you, William Knight. I know you already beat him, but some
Mm-hmm.
people called it a early stoppage. Would you like to run that back?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. I would definitely like to run that back. I think it'll be better if we both just like climb up first and get up there before we do a rematch. I feel like that would be a better look. But if they get hit, we do have to face each other earlier. I mean, I know he's down for it for sure because he definitely didn't wasn't happy with that decision, and I'm definitely gonna be down for it. So that works.
Awesome. I've got two more things for you. Your whole UFC run has been at the apex so far. Do you want to be in front of a crowd next?
I would love to be in front of a crowd because, like, my last one actually, there was a little bit of a hint of a crowd there, which is like, man, it felt pretty good. Like prior to the COVID, having to fight in front of a crowd, it felt pretty good, man. I'm also one of the people who I do kind of feed off the crowd too a little bit and entertain them, and it's always fun to hear what the people got to say in the crowd sometimes, even though I know I shouldn't be listening to them. But yeah, definitely looking forward to when I can fight in front of an actual crowd again. I also got family members who've been like trying to come see me fight forever, and when the opportunity arises, it will be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a very special time for you, right? To have your family see you fight in the biggest promotion on the planet, and it's a long time coming.
Yes, definitely.
And so the UFC, it's a lot of rumors that the UFC is going to Africa next year in 2022. There was a report that came out a couple of days ago that they're looking, and I know I've already asked you before. You want on that card 100%, right?
100%. I would definitely love to be on that card, man. That would be that would be history right there. And if I'm able to get on the first one or any of the ones that follows, it definitely would be a great show.
Awesome. Well, it's always great to talk to you, Tafon. Congratulations on your win. I hope to see you fight November, December, because you're only getting better. If you want to plug your social media, plug your sponsors. Also, I have to say that your YouTube channel is fantastic.
Thank you. Well, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Tafon_Don. YouTube is just Tafon the Don. Facebook, Tafon Nchukwi. Same thing as Twitter. I also have merch. You guys can check that out as well, Tafon the Don. And some of my sponsors right now, I just got that chicken pound. They got that easy access chicken breast. We made my last camp pretty easy for me, not having to worry about cooking so much. But it's chicken pound, y'all awesome. What else? Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, thanks for having me again.